here to assist. Right? And then the reporter asked the Polish sergeant, well, is American troops over in Poland helping you all with with your drills? And he was like, well, no, we don't do that in Poland. But in America, they got Polish, they got Russian, they got all these different troops doing these mock terrorist drills. And mind you, Chicago, Illinois is the place Barack Obama came out of. All this is going on. Okay? They're brewing terrorism all through Europe. Okay? Read on.
And but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods.
Shall do what?
And spoil their goods.
And spoil their goods. So all the things you own, what can you do? All the things you own. If there's something that happens, like, just say people need to be displaced or be evacuated based on the things that are happening there. They already have the governments in place. They have the armies in place. Over 10,000 Canadians went to the borders. Went around to the eastern Gulf Coast to help clean up. So if something happens where you must be displaced, and Radiant RFID is in charge of displacing you and your family as an evacuee. Once that happened, what happened to your things in your house? What happens? It's gone. All that you worked for to show your worth is wiped out in a day through them naming your area a public domain. That means it no longer belongs to you. It's under military occupation. So all the possessions no longer belong to the person in the house. These are the things they're brewing and testing all over the earth. And don't think they can't do this. They did this with tsunamis. They did this with Haiti. They did a lot of testing to lead to this one world global net and the destruction of people. They've done this. What y'all feel going on here? What do y'all see here? Tell me. Huh? What is it? So the EDL is really Europe's answer to the KKK, I guess.
They're promoting that they're not racist.
They're saying they're not racist, but why? What is their plan?
It's being infiltrated by what you call probably National Front or far right neo-Nazis. In there, they've got an agenda, so they're looking to manipulate the situation.
Okay.
And gather more people and cause more friction amongst the communities. What they're saying is they don't want an extremist state, and they don't want to be allowed in the UK.
So their problem is what's going on with the so-called
war on terrorism.
The war on terrorism, the occupation or the monopoly that the Arabs have on halal meat in Europe. Right? All right.
The main title why they're saying that they're coming is specifically to protest about Islamic extremism.
Islamic extremism.
The reason why they're coming to Bradford is because it's classed as an Asian city and Muslim city. So okay. That's why they're bringing it here.
Okay. So in Europe they're fueling racial tensions, and the media is all behind it. Who will not protect themselves against a threat? So they're promoting this threat through media. They're doing the same thing in the United States. They're fueling racial tensions all in media. They're doing it all over the place, leading to when Christ says there shall be nation against nation. And it comes down to race wars. See, and it's not the people that operate with cool heads are the problem. You're going to get a few of the nut jobs in the midst of these things that's really going to pop things off. These are the guys who can't wait to shoot somebody. They're the guys that's going to make things, going to heighten it and get promoted. Go ahead. So you have 10,000 what you would call white extremists is going to march against the Islamic extremists right here. Huh?
They're preparing for war as well.
And the Muslims are preparing too.
Looks like it.
If this ain't Bible prophecy.
If you actually go on the BBC website and type in like BNP members making bombs, you've got BNP members or people who have a far right agenda in the UK, and they're making bombs. You have the guy about 10 years ago, and he was setting up nail bombs in black areas and letting them off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
And another thing you can look at as well, just recently, probably about a month or two ago, there was a documentary on BBC Three, so I think you might be able to find it on BBC iPlayer, about EDL and what they're about. Is it still there? And they're heating it up and they're showing little clips, and you've got, like you said, there'll be a certain number of people who are just waiting to get involved, and that actually shouting out the top of the voices, Ekbala, Ekbala, which straight, that's
disrespectful.
That is war.
That's war. So the question is, where do we fit in this picture? Right? Because I'm looking at some of you up in the room, and I can definitely mistake a few of you for Arabs here. Oh my goodness. So the black people done joined in with the Muslims against the EDL.
White people.
Huh? And there's black people amongst the EDL.
The main guy running EDL is Sikh.
And see, you know what? I don't think this is a coincidence. What's the date for this?
26th.
28th. Of this month? Of next month? Okay, good. All right. Because I'm just saying, I'm looking at what's going on there, and it's the same time they're brewing racial tensions between the Mexicans and the white extremists and the Muslim extremists over in America. The same time they're fueling things about black people with the Black Panther against the Tea Party. It's the same exact propaganda and program. Let's make it clear, and I said it before. There's no people in America that want to take the jobs that Mexicans are taking in America. Who's going to fill up a big crate almost as big as this room for $2 in a farm? Who's going to do that? You understand? So they're trying to make it seem as if Mexicans came over to take the jobs from Americans, when Bill Clinton is the one that gave the jobs away when he signed the NAFTA agreement in the 90s. That's when the jobs was given away. Because when they globalized, it made more fiscal sense to take their business over into third world countries and make money. So they trying to blame the Mexicans for them losing their jobs. And see, you get these people that are oppressed and lost their job, mad at their boss. Now they're looking at TV and looking at some Mexicans working. And to you, man, they took my job. No. The corporations set this up for race wars. Like Christ says, there shall be nation against nation. That's nationality against nationality. And that's the 800-pound gorilla in the room. It's race, but no one wants to talk about it. It all comes down to race. Even though people might think that, oh, hold up, you're racist for talking about race. Everyone is divided on racial lines, and it's the media promoting it. But we can't talk about it. Right? Read on. So So the question is, what y'all gonna do when these 10,000 people march? Y'all live here, right? You're gonna be home. Okay. All right.
I'm trying to be in this
Okay.
I'll be just living in the city all the time.
Boy, it's everywhere.